you're being a dad and gaming and being able to balance both.
Uh, yeah, it can be difficult at times, but I guess it depends on if you're motivated enough to. Yeah, I mean, what time you do have to use it to game, I guess, or
Yeah, finding the
balance, I
free
guess, time
time
balance, or
when they're napping, or you know, where
yeah,
you're being watched by somebody else. That same thing with me because I'm a dad as well to twins. So I I'm also in that boat trying to find a way to balance between being a father and being able to stream and game and help run a team.
oh yeah, for sure,
I got a dog.
same.
Yeah, you're double dutying. I do have a stupid cat though. He just ran headfirst into the glass door, like hard as fuck.
And he's done that once or twice to the walls. Yep.
I have 4 cats. They're all
Yep.
assholes.
And my dog can be. Yep. When she wants to be.
Did she pause you?
Yeah.
Well,
Sometimes bigger baby than daughter.
I don't know if you can see it or not, but the looks got me there before I went to work Monday.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
My dog does that all the time to me. Not even jumps on me because she's like 80 pounds.
That was her teeth though. She bit my arm. She was like, "Come here."
She don't usually bite me, but her paws were worse enough, I guess.
Well, she's teething. Like she lost a bunch of teeth, so they're all coming in. So she just chews on whatever she can get her hands on. It sucks.
What was the selling point to join AK instead of creating your own team?
I think it's just yeah, I mean, more foundation people. You know what I mean? Rather than just building from the personnel from the ground up. More people, I think the easier it gets, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely true. It's a lot easier when you have a group of people around you helping with the content aspect of it.
Oh yeah.
Than trying like if it was like two.
Yeah, it'll be a lot faster because otherwise you gotta go out and find that.
One of mine was that is also one of mine, but the other one was just us all being together. It was a really big selling point for me.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And we wanted to talk a little bit about how we all met. We've talked about every person so far, how we met each person. Sean and I met in kindergarten, probably the first day of kindergarten, and we just kind of hit it off right there and became friends from the first day.
Yeah.
And we stayed friends for this long, which is pretty rare. And
yeah, for sure.
What I said about Warren is my cousin, obviously. I said last episode, and he was also like always around too, so that's how they met.
Yep.
It's been quite a while for Warren too.
Yep.
Very long time.
So yeah, we've all been like part of the same friend circle, even through school. Just Warren was a couple grades below us, but lunch and everything. We all hung around for a while.
Yeah, there's been a rotating cast, pretty much around the 3 that are here.
Yeah.
But it's hard for people, I think, because we're assholes. Even Sean in his own way. Sean will not talk to you until he knows you, and then he'll talk all the time. It's great. But a lot of people, when they meet Sean, they think that he's just like a dick, but he's not. Well,
because he doesn't. Just because he doesn't talk. It's just called being shy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But he's broken out of his comfort zone a lot with streaming.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, you had to, and it was great. It's wonderful to see.
We also wanted to talk about how COVID has affected our lives. I know that has affected yours pretty big, Sean. With, with taking your job away from you.
Unemployed, yeah, right from the get-go, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Didn't even give you a chance to do anything. They just like, yeah, get out.
Yep. Right when they stopped, all pretty much non-essential jobs.
But yours was
the boot.
yours was different because they like just said you're not coming back, right?
Yeah, they're pretty much, well, they're like, well, if stuff changes, maybe we'll call you back. But it was like, pretty much you're fired.
That's like a nice way of saying you're fired.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
crazy.
maybe we'll
Yeah.
call you, but you know, it's not like it wasn't just like a temporary layoff or whatever.
So fucked up.
It's crazy because like, you know,
And-
you got to give a job a 2-week notice when you leave to be respectful, right? You don't have to, but if you don't, like it, you're burning some bridges. And they're just like, yeah, we don't care anymore. Like, yeah, I know there's like a pandemic, but yeah, just get the fuck out.
Yeah,
That's
they could at
insane.
least give you like the benefit of maybe calling you back. I mean, bringing you back when it
I
stuff
think it's
reopens. You know what I mean?
definitely a way for them to get rid of some of the higher paid people and bring in people at a lower salary rate.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Yeah, it seemed like they kept on everybody that was a lot newer, whoever they could afford better, which is crazy too for companies that can afford it. They just choose not to.
Especially a company like that is making money hand over fist.
Yeah, yeah, and it's not like I would work for like a one dealership. They own like 25 probably or better.
How did COVID affect you, Warren?
I had it.
He did.
I mean, realistically, I mean, I lost like any overtime I was getting at work, but other than that, besides really getting it, no, I mean, it hasn't really affected me at all. I mean, it was, I don't want to sound bad, but like it was kind of cool because like where I work is like a high population area, a lot of traffic during the regular time of the year, so it was real easy to go home at the end of the day. Because there was no traffic on the road, obviously, with everybody who wasn't labeled essential being at home. But really, it for the most part, it didn't. Like, you know, I mean, like I didn't lose my job. I worked through the whole thing except for when I was quarantined. When I had it, that was it.
For me, it really didn't affect me either. I don't really leave the house very often as it is. So, it really didn't affect me. I did have to quarantine at one point because we had a roommate. And he might have been in contact with somebody that had it, which was you. And
I mean, that definitely was in contact with me. It's kind of remarkable how he didn't get it.
Yeah, for sure. And but other than that, really, it didn't really affect me at all. But financially speaking, it did affect me in a good way. So it's like a blessing and a curse because it gave not only us the unemployment, which was giving us more money than we were making, and also the stimulus checks, which is terrible to say, but it's really what happened. Like, that was the turnout.
I mean, it's our money anyway. We pay the taxes for it.
Yeah, but still, it's just terrible to say a blessing and a curse during COVID.
I mean, you got to feel for the people that like it really shook up their lives. Like,
yeah,
you know, the people you know, like killed, or like there's people that's like they got a serious case of it. They're permanently like their permanent lung damage will never heal. Luckily, you know, after about a month and a half, my lungs are back to the way they were. Actually, they're better because you know it made me, you know, give up, you know, the vaping. So
yeah,
like nicotine vaping. That was definitely a good thing. But overall, it was a shitty experience for everybody around. You know, it's just not fun.
yeah.
And I'm not trying to poke the bear, but I'm saying, you know, maybe everything was mismanaged from the top down. I don't know.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh yeah, weren't prepared
Dawn,
for something like this, which is crazy.
What would you like to see in the future for AK?
Not really, maybe just more. I don't know, more content together. I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
Really
that's something that we plan on working out. It's just trying to figure out how we're gonna do it right now. But yes, I'd like to see that as well.
Well, the meeting last night, you know.
Oh yeah.
Everybody, I'm gonna talk to everybody again tomorrow, and you know, see where they're at. Where like, we got to get a night that works for everybody. So, and we got to do this, you know, but we haven't had everybody together at one time yet.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not easy for sure, but
Definitely wasn't, and you know, Priority had his move, so that didn't help. Mike J was working some weird hours because everything going on with work. You know, obviously you got a family. It can definitely be difficult, but that's why, you know, if people can give me a couple days that they're available, and then I can cross-reference everything with our wonderful. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't even call her a social media manager. She does everything and a half.
That's a fact.
She's fantastic, Kirsten. But other than that, content. I say it to Adam every day. We got to do something. We got to do something. We got to do something, and it's just
Takes time.
hard.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, I had a Smite video to go up, but the file pretty much corrupted, and I couldn't do anything.
Unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just gotta find the time to actually, edit stuff together.
Yeah,
stuff.
finding the time to
That's
record
sometimes
the
just take time
gameplay.
from your streaming or
Yeah.
playing.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, that's what the hardest thing is.
One thing we are going to do is we're going to do like a weekly stream highlights thing. Because me, Adam, and Kirsten are in people's chats so often, we talked about it. We're going to clip people's stuff that we think is funny, so that way we can take it and we can throw it into a video. We're going to try to do that every Friday.
That'll make it easier for people, especially.
Yeah. Yeah, when I mean it's gonna be a little bit harder for Adam to do things because he's probably gonna do the bulk of the editing just because he has more time than me. It sounds shitty to say that, but he does right now.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll see. We're gonna do something. We're gonna get this rolling because it's like a month since we uploaded their first video and we haven't done anything. Can't have that.
So your name is AmplifiRRe. I know why you went with it, but can you tell everybody listening how you came up with the name?
Well, I've been kind of Amplify for a while, just with like previous team RR and all that. So kind of just wanted to find like a variation that actually didn't exist. So I just threw them, kept in the RR. So I went with AmplifiRRe.
Yep, I really like the name.
I think it's a good change up. And I think, I mean, obviously we had Red Rum before. That was,
Yeah.
And then it kind of, we both kind of stepped away from it for our own reasons, and there was just no going back. Dead. I think it's a good way to put that part of what we did in the ground. Obviously, I moved on from my old name to now Greasy Moon Goo. And when you moving on to AmplifiRRe, I think the double R's pay homage to what we did, but I think switching it up is going to help us move forward. And I don't know. It seemed like we finally put RR to bed. I don't mean to, I'm not trying to sound like an asshole, but I think it was a good idea.
Yeah, and I really
like that new logo looks sick.
Yeah, new logo's fire, literally.
Thank you. Yeah, literally.
So, you just started streaming recently. About what, 2-3 weeks ago, maybe?
Yeah, I think it's probably like 3 weeks now. Yeah.
And you're up to how many followers?
I think I'm at 32 now.
Nice, you're growing pretty fast. That's a good rate for just starting out a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I probably gotten like 25, 26 probably from what I just had from forever ago.
Right, when you started.
I think I had like 6 or 7 or something like that back in the day.
Yeah, because you streamed back in the day on console, just for fun. You weren't really doing it.
Sucked sucked between our super low internet speeds and all the delay you had from your console.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I'm glad they fixed all that stuff. I didn't even really realize that.
Yeah, you
probably would have done it more recently if I didn't have to deal with all that stuff.
When they introduced the console streaming aspect, like on the PS4 and Xbox One when it came out, the way they marketed it, it sounded way better than what it actually was.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It sounded like it was going to be this, you don't even need a PC to stream. But on PlayStation 4, I don't know how it was on Xbox One because we all had PlayStation 4s for the longest time. If you wanted to read your chat on the screen you were playing in, your screen literally shrunk by a third of the size.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then every time you got a notification, it would put a black box, just a big black box in the corner of your screen. Why? Just show the notification.
Yeah. Which at that point, it's not even like, can't even really barely play.
Mm-hmm.
while you're
It
streaming.
looks awful. Like,
Yeah. It didn't help nothing without you're better off the computer.
I think now that we're used to it, I think PC gaming is the only way to really do it. I feel like I wasted time on console. I'd be a League of Legends pro by now.
League of Legends. Should have been Gears of War pros.
Yeah, true.
We were pretty nasty at Gears of War.
Yeah.
We were just
Only if
young.
only if we weren't like 13 at the time.
Mm.
SRB.
RB. What a great team. Yep.
Can we go through all the different clans we had real quick?
The first clan ever was, what didn't I start my Xbox 360 account and you and Sean Corsetti were part of a team already, and then we decided to leave them, but I don't remember what the team was.
Was it Surrender? Wasn't it SND?
No, SND is what we made. But there was a team right before that I was only like part of for like 5 days or something.
Definitely could be. That was like the thing. 360. There was like clan to clan.
Yeah.
And that's all it was for the most part. I don't even remember some of those.
Yeah, I can't remember many of them either. I just remember the biggest one was Kip, RR,
CBK.
Yep,
CBK. Yeah.
That Kip
We were
was the
CBK
longest
for a
one.
while too. Yeah, that probably was the longest one.
I think we were Kip for like a year and a half. 'Cause I went through 3 gamer tags with Kip.
So one of my emails is
Too cool.
that was my first email ever.
And then I don't know. Then we went with CBK, and then
Yeah, later on it seemed like we didn't really change as often. Kept it around for a while.
Adam used to give me the updates on the different clans he was in, and there was quite a few before I got my Xbox.
Yeah, I think there was a lot more initially when we first actually.
Oh yeah, we were all over the place.
It was fun though, you know what I mean?
Now that's not even. I mean, it's a thing still, but I don't think it's anywhere near as what it used to be, like clan wise.
Yeah.
The worst part is paying to change your name every time.
Yeah, man, I changed my name like 100 times.
Microsoft was smart with that.
Yeah.
You imagine money they just made off name change.
Made fat stacks off me, dude.
Me too, especially over like how long the 360 was out for, but
I think it was like 7 years.
Yeah.
All right, on to the next topic. I wanted to ask how you felt about the progress of AK so far.
We're doing pretty good especially it's not like we've been going with it too long, so I mean I think we're pretty in the right direction for sure.
Yeah.
It's just that one big holdup.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
But he's doing. I'm gonna tell you right now because I don't give a fuck right now. He's doing an inventory and he's gonna tell me every order he has, and he said whatever he doesn't have is coming in on the 29th. But he told me all of our stuff should be there now, and if it's not,
and hopefully our team order is because that's probably the latest of the one.
Well, he said there's a lot of jerseys. He said there's a lot of our jerseys. So
that may be a good sign then, because otherwise it really shouldn't be, right? Because it was only Tim that, right?
Tim.
Anybody else? Oh, you all ordered jerseys separately?
No, no, we didn't order. One other guy that I know for sure ordered a jersey besides us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so hopefully that means a team order then. That's just it's just I don't even want to get into that, but
it's crazy. It's
a different video, or probably shouldn't be a video. What I want to say, but
well, depending on how everything goes from here on out, because I'll tell you my what I'm gonna do once I see the quality. If it's a good quality, I'm gonna order one more thing myself, and I'm gonna see what the because he told me what the shipping times and everything should be after this.
Yeah.
And we'll see if it is. If they can deliver in the 2-week period that they said, which I think for a startup like they are is understandable. 2 weeks.
I can understand even a few weeks, but you know what I mean. After that, it's like
but it's been
after that,
2 months.
especially like individual orders. Like people ain't gonna be like, "Oh, let me buy a T-shirt that takes 3 months to get." You know what I mean?
I gotta think. I don't want to be mean, but I gotta think most of the teams that are getting merch made, they're probably dying before people are even getting their stuff.
Well, that and I don't think that people are actually like a fan base. It's probably just people that are of the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
So
what
we
it's
sold a
like.
few orders that weren't us. We had
Well, yeah, that's what I mean for us. That's why. That's why, like for us, it might not be the best place to be. You
first
know what I mean?
first 7
If you're
days we had
actually,
10 orders.
yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I was just saying though. That's just like that might be the reason why it might not be best for us. Because if we're actually, you know what I mean, we're trying to actually have people
Yeah. So we'll
hopefully
see what.
wanna do it. You know what I mean? Wanna buy
Right.
it.
And like people can understand 2 to 3 weeks, right? Especially right
Yeah.
now. But 2 months, dude, like that's
Yeah.
that's
You're
too
gonna,
much.
yeah, and then it's just more bad experience, and nobody's gonna, even if they
Right.
do buy the ones, they ain't gonna probably ever do it again. They'll be like, thanks,
And
but no thanks.
that's what I told the guy too. I said this is a really bad way to start
Oh
a
yeah, probably like a
relationship.
partnership of that. Yeah.
I said this is going to leave a bad taste in our mouth for a while to come. And that's when he was like, all right, well, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And it's like, okay. And he even, he I don't want to expose anything, but, we're getting a few things out of it. But at the same time, it's like, we need
Yes.
more.
Yeah.
Like
See,
I
actually,
really feel like,
what actually becomes of it though? You know what I mean?
I
See
feel
what the
like people,
future.
all right, listen, first of all, I don't even know why we got charged shipping on our big team order, right?
I don't even
supposed to
think
be
we were
free
supposed to
shipping.
anyway.
No,
Yeah,
we
and
weren't.
they never even they don't even address that either.
Um,
Plus, too, at this point, I don't like. Probably nobody should be getting charged for shipping if it takes. You know what I mean? You're getting
That's
orders.
was my next point. Maybe some of that shipping money should have been refunded to people who've been waiting for a month and a half.
Yeah. Then
That would have been,
then you actually maybe those people actually come back and buy something again. You know what I mean?
yeah. Right now, it's just like, oh, well, I gave you $100 and I got nothing out of it.
Yeah, for however long, 2 months, better.
Mhm. So I'm hoping he's correct and everything ships tomorrow. And if not, I don't know. We've been looking into other things. I'll talk to you more when we're not online about it.
Oh, yeah.
But we've been looking into some things, and we got a cool idea. At least for some stuff. Unfortunately, for like jerseys and things like that, we kind of have to branch out onto this online world. That's why I'm hoping, because we already have everything set up with these guys. I'm hoping that will happen. Like if
Right.
boom, in 2 weeks I'll have the next item, right? And that's fine. I can live with 2 weeks.
Or even I can understand maybe a little longer for like a big or like your team orders, but
But I'm saying personal orders, right?
yeah, personal orders. That's just like
Team orders, I get that they're going to take
unreal.
longer.
Yeah.
That's what I told the guy too. I said, man, I'm like we're looking to spend some more money. Like if like everything's quality and it checks out between us, like we're looking to spend some dollars.
Yeah, and we'll be able to get more people too. Like the more that we get to us, the more we get to advertise their clothing. That more people are gonna want to,
Right.
to support us, which in turn supports them.
Yeah.
That really
Which
supports them more than us too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a win for everybody if it actually works the way it should. You know what I mean?
Right. Because even with those 10 orders were definitely over $1,000 plus the $250 we gave them. They're a startup, right? They're not. I guarantee no other team is giving them $1,000 in a week.
No.
I'll put money on that.
Especially right off the bat.
Yeah. We're still in the top 5 of items sold.
Yeah.
Still.
And nobody's actually got anything.
Nope.
That's pretty absurd. Yeah.
And essentially, you think like when I understand like the issues, right? I get it. Like I'm not beating them down because they had issues. My biggest issue is that they didn't reach out to anybody who ordered anything and said, "Hey, just so you know, this is why things are happening," and list off the reasons on why things are taking so long. But no, instead they were like, "I'll fucking figure it out."
Yeah. We have the customer. I mean, us customer actually has to go hunting for those answers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, we wouldn't even hear from them. You really don't. I don't.
I hear
Unless
from one guy on Twitter, usually about once a week.
Well, it's pretty good then. I mean, when I was even dealing with them, I would, I mean, on the last side, actually brought something to attention, and it was like, they're fine. Yeah.
And I think another thing I think is they just spread themselves way too thin. Like they have too many things going on at once, and I understand they're trying to be successful, be entrepreneurs, but this has to be the thing that's making them the most money, like at what they have. Besides maybe the guy that owns that one org.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know, man. I don't get it.
So on to the next topic. I wanted to talk to. We were hanging on to that topic for a long time. I understand it sucks though, because I have an order coming too. But on
I'm
to the
just ready to
next.
get my hands on it.
Yeah.
Sorry. I did that.
John, you've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. Is there any other games you're looking forward to, or an update from Call of Duty? Is there anything you want to change? Anything in the gaming scene?
The first thing to change to Call of Duty, they gotta realize they gotta have an anti-cheat software in their game.
Yeah, it's
It's literally 2020 and they don't have it.
Wait, they don't have an anti?
They don't even have an anti-cheat.
They don't even have no.
I didn't know
For
that.
for a BR, they do not actually like something like Fortnite. Like actually, like they don't have it.
I think I saw Tim the Tatman tweet about that.
It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm glad I don't have like especially because it's skill based. If you're like above like, I don't know, say if you have like a 2 KD or something like that, you're getting like hacker games like all the time. Like they play with that all the time. I mean, I deal with it occasionally, but it's even bad when I do occasionally. But there's some people. It's just gonna kill the player base eventually.
Nick
They don't
Smurf
actually
said that today. He said that hackers will kill Warzone.
game is good right now, but eventually, I don't think the player base is gonna be there if it keeps.
Yeah, I've
I don't
seen
know
a lot of people complaining about it online. Is people saying that you should be able to turn off crossplay because they're sick of all the hackers on PC.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I can't say I blame them. I mean, that's kind of it sucks for people that don't cheat on PC because I mean it helps the player. I mean, games out. You know what I mean, fill up quicker, but
console has built-in aim hack. I mean, come on, man.
now you're gonna have all kinds of people after you.
I don't give a fuck.
Like,
especially on Fortnite, but they ended up nerfing that, so now controller players are nerfed into the ground, from what I hear.
I want the crossplay feature. I think it's a good idea. They need to find a way to balance it.
Yeah.
That crossplay that should have been. I thought that should have came earlier. Really, I mean, that was a good thing for gaming in general. Really,
it was huge.
Doesn't isolate. You know what I mean? People like if you got a friend on the other console or PC. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now they just got to start putting Discord on consoles.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
awesome.
that's one problem. Yeah.
I know Xbox was talking about it, but they never did it.
Maybe with the new consoles coming out.
I doubt PlayStation will, though.
Yeah, true. I'm surprised that PlayStation even put crossplay in, because they always said they were never going to do it, and then all of a sudden they did it.
Call of Duty bent their arm.
I think they were forced to with Xbox, though. Could you imagine if PlayStation didn't do that and Xbox did? All the consoles would probably be doing it, so they could play with their friends on PC.
Aries is cleaning my desk right now.
That's a dresser.
My dresser, I mean.
That's a dresser.
Well, I know Call of Duty said that, because you remember they were doing it with PC only for a while. They weren't doing it with Xbox at all. And then Call of Duty said that they needed open servers, and PlayStation gave into them. Which makes sense, because you have literally, I mean, probably one of the best-selling games of the year every single year, telling you, hey, we need this, or like, they have exclusive partnerships with the Call of Duty League and everything with them.
Yeah.
So makes sense.
Yeah, big dollars, I imagine. Big dollar company though, but you're failing on that. I think on the cheat fucking side of it. I don't know. The big ticket for that. I don't know, man. I'm thinking Cyberpunk though. Eventually.
Yeah, we talked to Dave.
That looks pretty good.
You know what, Adam?
Or we're gonna talk to Dave about that. So Cyberpunk is something we're super hyped for. Oh, I know I am. But they keep pushing it back on us, so.
So funny.
You got anything to say, Warren?
Yeah, I'm super hyped for Cyberpunk. Also, the new DLCs that are going to be coming out for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I just played the other one not too long ago, the one that came out. Awesome. The whole game was great. Highly recommended. Other
Also,
than that,
oh, my bad.
other than that, I don't really know Madden. I mean Madden, of course. Me and Mike J always buy Madden. It's the one game we really just play, the two of us. But I'm excited.
Maybe Halo. Yeah,
Oh yeah, true.
I don't know. Maybe you never know. They might bring out maybe a half decent game.
Doubt it.
I hope maybe.
My biggest thing is Cyberpunk. That's definitely the thing I'm most hyped for.
Excellent.
Also hype for Ashes of Creation if they can ever.
Oh, right.
That
Oh,
game
for
actually,
sure.
yeah, if that actually, they come through with what their plans are.
And Skull and Bones. I keep forgetting about that. That's the pirate game that Ubisoft is making, but it looks amazing. You can have crews up to like 60 people. It's ridiculous.
That's wild.
Be ready to see Astral Knights patrolling the sea.
Yeah, right.
Trolling the
awesome.
sea.
Imagine everybody playing that together. That'd be insane.
Yeah, it will be.
That'd be good. That's what we need. Bigger, some games that actually support more players.
Well, you're talking about obviously some more Pummel Party. Probably some more Jackbox, and maybe Town of Salem.
Yeah, those
For our
are
next
like
game
party games. Really, all
Just
that you
because-
can like play with like that much people.
It'd be awesome if Uno went that high.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of hectic though with everybody in there, but it'd be fun.
Yeah. Just bullshitting and fucking with each other on there.
Mm-hmm.
And any other games, Sean, you're looking forward to, or is it really just Cyberpunk and Astral Creations and that?
I think that's really mainly. I mean, I might be forgetting some, but
Yeah, same.
kind of I guess the major ones.
The only one I'm really looking forward to that's coming out soon is Horizon Zero Dawn, which comes out at the beginning of August.
Yes, I forgot.
Which was originally a console game. What was it, PlayStation 4 exclusive, I think?
Yeah.
And it's coming out on PC now. And I'm really excited to play that.
Oh, maybe you know why. Why did all of Origin's games get moved onto Steam?
I don't know the 100% the reason, but I'm guessing it has to do because I know that they sold them the rights to it, and I think Origin isn't doing good in sales right now, and they probably are making big bucks on bringing their games over to Steam, while Steam is going to make a killing off of it because they're all exclusive Origin games.
Yeah, that's kind of worrisome because I don't use it, but I pay for the Origin access every month.
Yeah, me too.
Just because they gave me early access to Madden last year and the year before. And I hope it does the same thing again this year because I love Madden.
And it's gonna move over to Steam as well. Origin access is.
Oh, what?
Yep.
Oh, they're definitely shutting Origin down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, they're getting rid of that shit.
Bringing all their products to Steam.
And they're going to give you the Origin access subscriber subscription on Steam. Yeah, they don't care anymore. They're done.
Yeah.
Actually, they haven't charged me this month, and it's gone by already.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna be bringing over what's that BR called?
Apex.
Apex, yeah, and Anthem. If they bring Anthem over to Steam, I might try it and see. I don't know. I didn't hear good things
You
about
guys
it.
been watching any of that? Oh, sorry.
It's
That's
free to
fine.
play on Origin right now.
Yeah, but I don't like Origin.
Me neither. I only use it for Madden.
You
Yeah.
guys see anything on that Rogue Company game?
Oh yeah.
game came out?
You can get early access if you. It's made by Smite, right? High Res.
Yeah, iRes.
It's a shooter, third-person shooter, I heard you can get closed beta access if you pre-order it. Is that true, or do you
I
know?
didn't
Oh,
charge
really?
this game.
I think you can get access to it though, because you can like, I think you can even get like drops keys for it if you're lucky enough. But you can, I think it's like the base is like, I think it's like $15 or something like that.
Oh,
You
that's
get
not
access to it.
Yeah, I was reading a little bit about it earlier when I had a little free time, but yeah, it's something I want to definitely check out. I've filled out for the open like beta, but that probably won't be for a while, so I might end up pre-ordering it to get the closed beta if it's only $15.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch some stuff on it first before I do anything.
Yeah, same. I want to learn a little bit more about it, but it does
It's
look pretty
definitely-
good.
It's definitely an interesting take to do when so many games are going free to play now.
Yeah, that's true.
Rocket League's about to go free to play. Warzone's free to play. Fortnite and Warzone and Fortnite, two of the biggest games out.
League
You
of
know,
Legends.
Fortnite kills it. League's always been free,
Yeah,
and Smite is free, but you have to buy the God Pack.
right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know that at that pace they might. I mean, they do. I guess it is gonna go free, but they might. That's the only problem though. You might kill your player base before it even starts.
Yeah, I think free to play is cool, especially with the way that like Fortnite and now Call of Duty's doing it, where you don't have to buy things, and they won't
Yeah,
give
it's
you
like cosmetics. Yeah,
But it's just Call of Duty you can buy tiers in your battle pass and get different guns, like the Grow and the new.
what the Vector?
It's like the
or whatever.
Vector.
Oh yeah, the Fennec.
Reds.
Yeah,
I switched back to the Fennec. The only problem is the clip sizes.
yeah, that's what I
Major
saw
problem
Tim
with
watching.
I
Tim
mean,
play. He
you
was bitching about it.
max maybe can kill 2 people. But
Yeah,
I mean,
if you hit every
those 2
shot.
people though, you can melt them down though if you're landing the shots.
Well, they do have an extended mag option of 40. You just have to unlock it, which I think.
Yeah, but
enables
the only
50.
problem though, I don't like it though because it slows you. It's not a true. It's like a drum magazine
On you.
on on an
Whoa.
SMG. Yeah, that's what I
weird.
was like. I don't even. That's why I don't even use it. I was hoping. I tried it out, but then I was like, what the.
Sean, you might know. When we played Advanced Warfare, Adam played with me, you, in Priority, right?
I think he did.
I think
At
it
least
was
some of
before.
it, right?
I think
don't
me and
remember
him.
He doesn't remember me either, so it's like
Maybe not though. I don't know.
I was pretty sure me and Adam ran SMGs, and you and him ran BALs.
it's just weird because I feel like I played like the whole time with you guys on Advanced Warfare, so I must have.
I thought so too.
Remember we
ran-
stole each other's license on accident
I don't know. That's
on
weird.
launch night. Remember?
Yeah, because you definitely played that one. I thought.
Played it a lot. We played it every day.
Yeah, I know that I played that one a lot. It's just I don't remember Priority.
He was toward the end though. We didn't play. We played like maybe a month of AW with him. And it was Black Ops 3.
Maybe
after
that's
that.
why then. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it was something that we were thinking about. What else did we want to talk to you about? Let's see. And is there anything you wanted to ask him, Warren, before I?
I think we covered everything that I was wondering about mainly. Yeah, I got nothing.
All right. Is there anything that you plan on doing for the future for your stream? Is there any other games that you plan on like broadening your horizons, or is it just strictly Call of Duty at this point?
I think that's my main focus, but I definitely am gonna think I'm branch out a little bit. I mean, I want to get back in the Fantasy Star a little bit.
Some
Eventually.
MMORPGs, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
probably
that's
just
finding,
like
a
probably just like
niche.
more yeah, like a small like a niche and or just like a I don't know, like a chiller stream occasionally. You know what I mean? When you're not
Yeah,
feeling
I
your
feel
main
that
game.
when it like gets to like
There's some days that
late,
there's some
yeah.
days I just like
You're gonna burn yourself out on Call of Duty.
yeah, that's my problem. I go like I try to get like 3 or 4 hours in. And then some days it's
To
I
struggle.
want I just want to like throw my mouse across the room.
Till they get wired.
Yeah, thankfully. That's the only problem. You kind of do need a little bit balance, I think, from something else.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Like your main
active
game.
creation in MMO?
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
Isn't Ashes
Ashes over
creation? Or whatever?
creation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it's
looks
not
like
me.
that'll be a crazy game if they actually
Now
come
is
through with it all.
that's an MMO, right? It's not just an RPG.
Yeah, MMORPG.
Yeah.
They've been talking about it for a long time. I don't. Then they stopped talking
Shroud.
about it, and then they went like open about it again. It was weird.
Well, yeah, they were in with Shroud and Summit like 2 weeks ago talking about it.
Yeah.
Sorry, handling a little bit of business at the same time as this.
So, Fantasy Star for more of a casual stream.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Any other games that you wanna? I mean, you were playing Fortnite with me, but that's just about it. You don't really play it by yourself, which a lot of I don't like playing it by myself either. So I haven't played it in a little while.
Fortnite's ass.
I mean, I'll play it, but it's just, it's just the aspect of actually having people because I don't think I'm just gonna play solo or.
Yeah.
That's the problem I run into Call of Duty too. Is if sometimes you don't have people, randoms lately, it's been like insanely bad.
Yeah.
You get people that don't have they're ain't talking to their mic or anything, or they just play as an individual instead of a team.
That's the biggest issue, right? That's like the same thing like that happens to us when like we play Smite.
Yeah, if you don't have a full squad or whatever. Here.
We had a game the other night where I was literally backpacking the entire team on Susano, and we had an Aphrodite, and she just wouldn't heal me ever. I was like, "You, come on, man!
You have to be lucky with the random teammates. Very lucky.
You need at least 3 people so you have the majority.
Otherwise, you're not gonna have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard anything about the new Call of Duty update that's coming?
Nope.
A little bit. In there, it's kind of interesting. I don't know what they got that. They're gonna have a train, I guess, going
Yeah, loot train
around the map with loot and stuff in it. I don't know how that's. Not sure how that's gonna work really, but and their nuke. I don't know if that means a location's getting destroyed or.
Yeah. What is that about?
Or or they're even a rumor because I guess the stadium's supposed to open up. I don't know if they're saying like the explosion's gonna open that up. So I don't know if it's gonna be like the aftermath of explosion at the stadium. I don't know.
How big do you think that update's gonna be?
50 gigs.
Oh yeah, probably easily. Yep.
I'm not even kidding. 50
Oh
gigs.
yeah. Especially if they do like all that stuff. Like, especially you got your stadium train. Then if you demolish a place too.
They really need to do something about compressing their game.
They really don't care about the size of the game.
They want your whole hard drive to just be Call of Duty. They don't care. Think about it. It's already like 200 gigabytes for like the old gen consoles.
They crushing the console game. They only want you to play that on the console. Seems. What are you gonna have, like 2 other games on it, maybe?
If it's a nuke, it's got to take out half the fucking map.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I would think that's the only thing that's like I don't understand what they're unless it's gonna be a big portion of the map's gonna change. I don't know.
They need to get rid of downtown completely. Fuck
Downtown
them.
it is terrible. It's camp heaven.
And I don't know, I think the map needs to change. I think there's too many areas in the map that don't see any love, and there's too many that see too much love. Like I shouldn't have to hot drop to get a fight or 2 every goddamn game. I should be able to drop outside of where everybody else is, but still fight a team or 2 before I get into where every other team is. It seems like by the time I get to fight half the time in that game, my shot's cold. I hate it.
I wanted to ask a couple more AK questions. How do you feel so far about our team, the people in the team, and like the relationships?
I think we got a good, solid base of group for sure. I think everybody, for the most part, I think for what I know, at least get along pretty well. I think
Yeah, I
that's a
feel like
big advantage. I think.
everybody means well. We look out for each other, you know. Tim and Priority have bigger follower bases than you guys or me, and when we're live and they finish, they host us just to show the love. You know what I mean? I love seeing that.
Yeah, for sure.
I do have one thing when you're finished. I have one question for him actually.
You guys
Yeah.
care if I step away for a minute or two? I'll be right back.
Sorry for the delay. We are back. I think Warren had a question for Sean.
What do you think about like expanding the clothing brand to maybe include like streetwear?
I think it'd definitely be wouldn't be a bad idea. It kind of branches you out more. You know what I mean? You got more options for people that might not want
And I think a
your
scaled
typical.
down.
Your typical like esport. You know what I mean? Like kind of like gaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think scaling the logo to something different as well. That doesn't really. Yep. Adam, can you show the Astral Knights logo?
Yeah, hang on.
Because
I'll just put it up on the.
in the
I
editing.
want to edit it. Yep.
Yeah. So if you're listening on Spotify, sorry you can't see this, but take a look at the Astral Knights logo. Twitter.com/Astral_Knights. Or YouTube, or Instagram, or Twitch. It's very aggressive on the eyes. You can't miss it if you're looking in its direction. I think scaling that down to be something smaller so it doesn't, it's not the centerpiece of the piece of clothing, but it's still, it still has some kind of the brand on there.
Right. Something like a lot of name brands do, where they like minimize it to more of an easy on the eyes, just little logo, like 2 letters or.
Yeah, kind of like how 100 Thieves has just the 100.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe just doing like AK in like a cool way or something like that. But yeah, I think we could definitely do something. That's all I had.
Yeah, we have somebody local that can probably do it for us, so we're gonna talk to them, and that would make life so much easier for us if we could get somebody local to do it, because then we could just pick it up and then ship it out.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I think that's all we really have to talk to him about, unless you have anything other questions.
I just think he's handsome.
Yeah, he's a
So
cutie.
handsome.
You guys are too. You know?
Oh, dude, thanks.
Oh,
dude.
stop it, you.
No.
You better stop it. I'm coming over. No, I think that's it. Who we got next week, Adam?
Next week we have Mike J. We have to talk to him soon, and
No, oh no, it is Mike J next. I thought it was Tim for some reason.
nope, it's Mike J. Mike J. Then we have Tim, and then we have Dave.
All right, perfect.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to the round table. This was AmplifiRRe and Greasy Mungu. Take care.
Bye bye.